Hello YouTube, my name is Griffin from Griffin and Grandma Fishing. Today I'm going to show y'all how to tie the most effective catfish rig I know of, especially for fishing for stuff like blue cats in the rivers. And that rig is a Santee rig. First of all, what you're going to need is already shown on the screen right here, plus some heavy line. I have 50 pound right here, but you can use 40. All depends on where you're fishing and what size of fish you're going after. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take some of your line. I would say probably about 1.5 feet, 18 inches give or take. So you take a decent bit of line. You're going to tie a snell knot. Snell knots are super easy to tie. You loop over your line and you put it through the eye of your hook. You pin it down right here. You pinch it down and you take your tag end. You take your tag end and you wrap it up around that loop as many times as you can. Four to 5 times should be fine. Then you take that tag end and you put it, I don't know if it's used, but you can put it through that loop. Then you hold it up here by the eye and hold it down here and you cinch it tight. And there's a snell knot. And you just clip the tag end and you got the hook on. Now, you're going to take one of these rattles. You're going to slide it onto your main line. Down. Then you take a bead. I have these little deals, but beads work just fine. You slide that down as well. And then you take a float, a peg float. A clip float will not work. Well, it will work, but it won't work as good. Take a peg float. Slide it down your line. And when you peg this float, I suggest it be only a few inches above that hook. Maybe 3, probably 4 inches. And then we're going to take another bead. Well, you can stop at the float right there. But what I do is I just take another bead and follow that with a rattle. And then these little deals, you can, normally I'd use toothpicks, but these are just little bits of a paintbrush I cut off because I ran out of toothpicks. And you put them in the hole of that rattle so it don't slide around. Basically peg your rattle like you peg, say, a bullet weight for a Carolina rig. And do the exact same thing to this side. And that's what it should look like right there. Then all you gotta do is just tie on a swivel to the end of it. I use a uni knot, but a Palomar knot will work just fine. Or a cinch knot. You just gotta do a lot of wraps for a cinch knot. This is a lot shorter than I do, but I want it to be able to fit in the frame so y'all can see it. But normally this rig would be about 1 foot long. And you'd put this on with a sliding sinker. If you're fishing a river, I suggest, depends on how heavy the current is, I suggest anywhere from 6 to 10 ounces. Fishing a lake, I suggest from 3 to 8. Depends on how deep it is and how far you want to cast. But yeah, tie yourself this rig, go out on the nearest river or lake you got, put your piece of cut shad on there, and catch you catfish. This has been Griffin from Griffin and Grandma Fishing. Like, subscribe, comment, and have a good day. Goodbye.